Can We Talk podcast. My name is Calvin. Like always, to the left of me, I have my co-host, Raven Brown.
Hello, hello.
And we have a very, very special guest also to the left of me, Miss Courtney Kellogg. She is going to share with us just a little bit of her background, just go a little bit into step-by-step of how she's been living, how things have gone for the last 6 months, as well as just some brief information about her background and things like that. So Courtney, just put the mic up and get going.
All right, guys. Well, thanks once again for having me, Raven and Calvin. My name is Courtney Kellogg. I have been working for 20 years, but we were laid off about 6 months ago. So for the last 6 months, I have been focusing on music. I haven't had the ability to do that, being that I was a hardworking woman for 20 years, but now I have a little bit more time, and I can put a little bit more thought and passion into my dreams and what I love, and that's what I've been doing and spending more time with my family now. So working the hours that I was working and the years that I've been working, I missed out on what was important, and that was just family time. So I'm trying my hardest to mend relationships, spend time with my grandmother, who's almost 90 years old, my one living aunt I have left, and just to kind of let them know that I love them and I'm there as much as I can be until I get back to work, because once I start working again, it's over. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good journey. I've been spending time with my husband as well. What about you guys? What have you guys been doing for the last 6 months?
I can go again. So for the last 6 months, like I was saying in a previous recording, it allowed me to step back and kind of just give myself that space and that unlock the drive, right? When you're used to going to a 9 to 5 and you're working those 8 hours, coming home, doing it all over again, you kind of start to lose the effort into pursuing what you want to do.
Right.
I've been wanting to create this podcast for well over a year, and we are just now getting to a spot where it's coming all together. Mm-hmm. And there's steps to all that as well. Within the 6 months since we haven't worked together, it allowed me to focus strictly on the vision and not have to worry about the particulars. Like, I don't have to be anywhere at a particular time. I can sit here and watch 40 editing videos. I can sit here and learn how to set up mics and mixers and stuff like that. I have the time to do that, and I have the will now within the 6 months. So that's all I've literally been doing. We created La Studio. Really, really, really cheap things, but we made it work, and we've been continuously working as a team to put each other in position to keep pushing each other. Like I told Crystal and like I tell Raven, like I've told any of my previous co-hosts, it's steps, and we continue to pivot. Things happen, life happens, and if we're able to communicate with each other and we can pivot, we'll continue to strive. We're not even close to where we want to be at. We are going to make a really dope announcement that no one knows but people in this room. But one other person, I guess, knows. But it's a really big announcement. We're going to go through that. But I'll let Raven go ahead and cut me off.
Per usual. No, I'm just kidding. For the last 6 months, I've just been hanging out with friends and family and, just going to little parties here and there. Y'all know how I am. I'm
little parties?
Okay, big party, big mansion parties. But I've just been having fun. And literally just taking it easy, because I've always been the type of person that's been on the go, like with work and school, and I've never had the chance to actually just step back and also just kind of like healing mentally, which I didn't really notice before. But now I just feel so much better with like my journey of just like my self journey that I've been having for the last 2 years. And then also, I just joined the podcast with Calvin, which I'm very honored to. And it's actually really helped me as well with my mental health and like being able to talk about like different issues that I'm going through and like express and like get second opinions on it, because with COVID, everybody's like all locked indoors and stuff like that.
You.
Except for me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not my fault. Okay. But everybody, like you really can't go to
Mansion
a lot of places but Calvin, be quiet. Okay. Maybe closets. I don't know.
It's inside joke. Super inside joke.
I have to tell you all the story later. Oh, gosh. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Just enjoying my time off and just like living my best life.
Well, I'm super proud of you guys. All it takes is $1 and a dream sometimes to make something come to fruition like this. So just continue to stay consistent and, talk about different topics, be versatile, and I'm sure that it'll go far.
And hopefully, like the original reason for creating the podcast, and I've told Crystal, I've told Raven, was to create a safe space for people to come just talk, right? Even prior to COVID happening, this was the vision, and it makes me so happy when I hear from Crystal or I hear from Raven, like, this is a place I come to on Mondays and I can just kind of say whatever I feel.
Right.
This is a zero judge zone. We've had guests on here where mad judging happened, but it's definitely okay. But the goal isn't really necessarily for this to pop off in a certain way. It's really just to bring people with here in Central Texas. I found a niche that no one's exploiting, and I'm going to jump right in there.
That's
I'm going to continue to grow that.
Do. That's right.
Yeah, as long as it's like helping somebody and reaching out to somebody, regardless of what like the topic is, or regardless of like, you know, what we're saying, because somebody could be going, like we said before in like earlier podcasts, like or earlier episodes, like it can help somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I know I guess we cut off prior, and you had like a question about like the passion. We were going into that. I don't know exactly what the question was, but it was like passion versus
your dream.
The paper. I think it was something that you.
Oh yeah. So basically, dreams over money. Like how do you guys feel about that? Like dreams over money. Like if you have a big job opportunity that like a big company has reached out to you, and you also have another opportunity with like pursuing your career like in music, because I know you're a great singer and you're so talented.
What would I choose?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of like testament to it. You know, I worked for 20 years and I've had opportunities. I was so accustomed to making a certain amount of money, and that paid the bills at the time. So it's kind of like more of a balance for you, you know, like what are you willing to sacrifice? Would I not want to be like my mother, who was a blues singer and who had children, and, you know, just let her dream pass her by? So at least leaving this job was like a blessing and a curse at the same time, because it allowed me to kind of get in tune with what I love the most, and that's music and my passion. So at 21, money was the motive. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I was. I started my job at 21. That was the motive. That's what paid the bill. So that's what I went for. At 40, you know, I'm a little late, but it's never too late, right? Yeah. To shoot for the stars, and you know, because I don't ever want to look back and say I shoulda, coulda, woulda. So now at this moment, it's going to be my dreams before anything, because I've already lived my life, you know. But someone that's 21 years old, you know, it's kind of hard for me to tell. Everybody's different. People have children they have to take care of. You know, everybody's life is different. I have a sister who's a singer too, but she has 2 kids who right now working is what's paying the bills. Singing and going out and singing is not going to pay the bills right now. So I think it's like what you're willing to sacrifice and where you are in life at that time.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? It's super tough to know what you want to do and not be able to do it because of living. You know, people. It's easier said than done. You know, work and then live your truths after work, but you're already tired from work. Right. It is a difficult skill to master, and you know, the people who already made it will always say like, "There's 24 hours in a day," and like, but I sleep for 8. So, like, how much time do you really have in a day, and how fast does that day go? So, it is tough. It is tough to you know, take a leap of faith and just try something.
It is, because I'm struggling. I'll be honest with you. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the fact that my age. I'm struggling with my sound. Like, will they like it? You know, so it's a struggle. So, you know, I would encourage anyone to be fearless and always follow your dreams first. That's what I would encourage someone to do, because that's what I wish I would have done. But here I am now at 40 years old, and I'm still going to go ahead and shoot for the stars and push for the dreams that I have and the passion that I have inside. And also, too, it helps me connect with my mom. You know, me singing is a way of me connecting with my mother who passed away. So even if I don't make it to the top or be the best singer in the world or become famous or whatever the case may be, it's still a connection that I have with my mother for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So, you know.
I think, what you said, it's important to be fearless, because that's always been my struggle. As you know, I went to fashion design school, and like I love fashion. I have a passion for fashion, like that quote unquote saying. And I've always wanted to have my own business. Like I always wanted to have my own food truck business, because I love cooking as well. But I've always just been afraid of just failing, especially even at work, like even at a regular 9-to-5 job. I've always been afraid of failing, and like, I am my worst enemy, and I'm pretty sure you can contest to this. Like, I am my worst enemy, like when it comes to things that I love and like that I want to pursue, because I just think I always have the negatives back in my my head. Like, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? Are they going to actually buy this? Are they actually going to do this? And I just got to get that fear out of my way so that I can actually like start enjoying the things that I love and start pursuing the things that I love. Right. So yeah, I think it's important to be fearless when it comes to like your dreams, but it is hard to pursue your dreams when we live in the economy that we live in.
Right. Right.
And like, it is a shit economy. It really is a shit economy because especially in Austin too. Like I feel like Austin's getting to the level of California where it's just becoming incredibly expensive as well, like the cost of living. So you have to put that you have to put that into like perspective as well. And it's, I guess like that saying too, like you got to make money, you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
Right. So like finding a balance, like you said.
And the balance is tough to find. So
it is.
I never want to understate anything. I never want people to see what we're doing now and think that it wasn't a struggle. Trust me.
Right. Oh yeah.
To make this happen, it took some time and it took a lot of effort and it took a lot of team effort too.
Work. Work. I mean, look at Beyonce. Beyonce wouldn't be Beyonce without all the work she put in.
Yeah.
So just continue to stay consistent, keep fighting, and I like I said, I see something way bigger than what you guys, I don't know if, I'm sure you guys see it too, but I see something way bigger. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy and proud to be a part of it. And you guys invited me to experience this with you guys. So
yeah, we're excited.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We're excited. So now that we're going to move away from the really positive stuff, let's get to the shit.
Yeah, let's get to that shit.
My favorite part.
There was a question that Raven proposed. It was, I think I proposed it.
You proposed it because you had a whole, maybe you should talk about your whole little situation.
Yeah, tell us what's going on.
Okay.
I'm usually the one with the situation.
The situation?
Yeah, the situation.
Oh, I like it. That's my new saying. We got a situation here.
Yikes. So we're just going to propose the question. I'm going to let you guys speak and I'll speak last because I got a lot of shit to say.
Okay.
So it was a situation where, and this is a situation where we're not together. We're not officially together.
Okay.
But I got pushback about social media. Like things I post on social media was a factor for that particular person. Right.
Okay.
Whether it be crazy memes, talking to other women on comments and stuff like that, not necessarily doing nothing, just having conversations.
My comments.
No, for real. Like,
and this is somebody that you were talking to?
Yeah, we were just talking. We did date.
She was analyzing everything you was doing.
She was like go into people's like pages and like see me liking all that stuff. Not saying it's crazy because I can drive some people crazy.
No, she's crazy.
Fatal attraction. Okay.
But is that a factor for you guys? You're married. Raven, you're in the closet, so we'll start recording.
Oh, yeah.
Before I was married?
Before, after, during, while, all of it.
Do people like me? Like
no.
Like,
so like
overanalyze things that I post, or like
we can say that. We can say that. So like, have you ever got pushback of things you post?
I mean.
Or do you, and we'll also get asked a second question to that after you answer that one. Do you ever give pushback in those moments?
I guess I don't look into stuff that much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's social media. I think that it's you got real people, you got fake people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got people being who they really not just for the likes. You got people getting undressed for likes. You got people who bring people on just for the likes. You know, it's just like a dog eat dog world for me out there with social media. I just feel like if you follow your passion and you're true about what you believe in, like nobody should be judging you about what you're doing and how you're moving. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna pass this one to Raven. I don't get pushback. This is my thing. I'm gonna say this. If I see somebody constantly posting negative stuff, I'll probably end up deleting that person because what you post is what you attract, right? You got to always remember that. Whatever you put out is what you attract. If you're posting sex, you're going to probably attract the sexual people. If you're posting about Christianity, you're probably going to get the gospel people coming to your page. If you're posting about, if you with the LGBT, you're going to get the LGBT coming, so it's kind of like whatever you post is what you attract, but.
Do you believe that?
Absolutely. You don't believe that? I mean, I look at Trump. Look what he attracted. A whole bunch of.
That's the extreme.
But I'm this person. Like if I see, like let's say this. Let's say I see a person that's constantly posting something negative over and over. Like every day I wake up, I'm going through my feed, and this person just. I'm probably gonna block that person because I don't want to look at that negative energy every day. Or I may say something subliminally to help them be positive, but if that doesn't work, it's just kind of like, you know what, that's just who you are. Like, you wake up that way every day. I can't change that about you, but I don't have to like tolerate that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and delete that, because that's just the vibe that I don't want to, energy that I don't want to deal with, because I'm an energy person. Like, I'm really big at attracting energy, right? So I guess that's the answer I have. I don't know. I don't think nobody should be over analyzing your stuff, though. I mean, like, you just taking it a little bit too far. You put that thing on her and she went crazy. That's what happened.
The problem was I wouldn't. So
or that too. She wanted it and couldn't get it.
Facts. Raven, go ahead.
Am I talking too much?
No. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Raven.
Oh gosh, so y'all listen. Look, I love social media and all that. I'm honestly I post here and there. I'm probably mostly on TikTok now, because I love TikTok and watching the food videos because I'm fat. But I mean I get probably every relationship that I've been in, they've always been like so controlling about what I post, what I wear, what I do, what I say, blah blah blah. And I'm the type of person I don't like controlling people. And I'm going to do what I want to do. Yes, I'm going to do it in a respectful way, but it's still my page. Like, if you don't like what you see, get off. Like, point blank period. But like I previously mentioned before we started the podcast, like, my ex-boyfriend went crazy because
are you ready?
I'm not gonna say all that he said, but he went crazy over something that I said on the podcast, and he was just like, oh, what? I'm like, why are you even like? It shouldn't even if we were dating, like that's no, that's not what it's just not no. But I'm like, you're basically overanalyzing things and just assuming things. And I'm just like, no, I don't know. He's just crazy. Sorry if you're watching this.
No, you're not.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
But I told you, I talk about and I told him today, I'm like, I'm going to be open about everything. Like, I'm a realist. So I'm always going to be real with anybody and everything that I do. So if it pops on my social media, that's what I believe in. Like, I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
Like, even about like, when the whole rally and like the whole like racial things and stuff, when it was going on with George Floyd, like I posted something and someone commented on there, and I was speaking my mind about it. Or like someone was talking about rape culture, which is a big thing, in our society. So of course I was gonna comment on that as well. So whatever I post, I'm gonna post it.
Yeah, whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, but I think it does affect what people think of you, and you have to probably explain yourself or like go the extra mile to like communicate with them and tell them, this is what it's about. You shouldn't assume anything more than that. But some people are gonna think what they're gonna think, and you just got to take it how it is.
Right, that is true. I mean, as a leader, I had to watch everything I posted. You know what I mean? I hated it because I'm like, I want to say this, but I can't because this ain't right, and my job is not gonna. You know what I mean? Like I that's why when you said earlier, like, what have you discovered some things about yourself? Mm-hmm. I'm like, hell yeah, I felt like I wasn't being myself for so many years. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I wish I would have never took a leadership role, because I could have continued to be who I was, and people would have accepted me for me and who I was, not for somebody who I was trying to be. Mm-hmm. That's why people love Cardi B, because she is who she is. Because when you come out you can only fake it for so long. Yep. You know what I'm saying? At some point, the truth gonna come out. So it's just best to just be who you are out the gate, because if you don't, you'll battle all your life trying to figure out who the hell you really are, Yeah. But I've never had a situation where I posted something and my husband, got upset about it. So I try to think things through before I put stuff out there.
Post a picture on there. Like... Yeah. She is not a social media person, and she's barely like learning the emojis too. Like when she sends like group chats and stuff, she always asks me like, how do I send like, the happy birthday where the balloons rise up on the Apple phone? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She asked me how to do that. Effects. Yeah. But now she's on my Facebook, so I'm actually more cautious of what I post because of her, out of respect for her. I mean, I still do what I want to do because she knows how I am, and
like that post you put in your group message for your family.
Oh Lord! Oh my God! Yeah. Yeah, I sent a post that I was supposed to send to my friend's chat, and I sent it to my family chat, and
yeah, but
I was like, I can't believe I.
Yeah, say it. Please.
I said I can't believe I flew to Chicago for eggplant. To my family post, but my family is they knew. They all sent emojis afterwards, like the GIF emojis. One person sent like a SpongeBob going and sinking into the sand. Someone was like another GIF. Even my aunt, she's a minister's wife, so she's in the group chat, but she sent the GIF as well. So like the only person who I was really worried about was my mom seeing it, but she just flew right past it because she's not really good at social. Like I said, she's not good at social media and texting and stuff like that. She didn't even know. But my brothers and my sisters, they were laughing at me like I could have killed myself. Like died. I just died right then. Like just kill me. But yeah, watch what you post.
Yeah, watch what you, especially for like your nieces and like if you have like people that are following you, because that's what I was trying to explain to you, that you have a great thing here. People are looking at you, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I'm gonna let loose.
They're cut loose. That's what you should. But you still got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Especially for like the younger people who are following your footsteps that probably want to do this or even better. Because there's always somebody greater, bigger, faster, smarter that's going to come in and try to do something better than you. So we got to be cognizant of things like that. But for the most part, I'm like, yo, I kind of go with what I feel. But I usually just post me and my husband and us eating or stuff like that, nothing major.
If you want to see like my Snapchat, my Snapchat's where it's at.
Snap is where it's
at. But Facebook, I hardly ever I only repost memes that are funny,
right?
And that's when my mom's like, "Why are you posting about that?" I'm just like, "Cause it's funny," and then she'll read over. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, that is actually funny." But Snapchat, she ain't allowed to see Snapchat. I don't think she has. She don't even have a Snapchat. And then Instagram is more for like my business side and like my fashion side and stuff like that. And
I suck on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm not good at it. I just need to delete all 24,000 pictures I got, because every day that's another thing I've been doing for the last 6 months. Every day I wake up, I delete a picture off Instagram because I got a whole bunch of bullshit up on there. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
It's okay.
Oh damn. Oh shit. Okay. Got it. Now, back to this stalker we had analyzing your texts and shit. Like, what's up with her?
In the immortal words of Sierra Dotson, you don't pay any rent on this page, so I don't care.
Okay.
what we say.
We don't care I don't care what I post. Honestly,
I'm gonna post it. I'll be cautious, like on Facebook, like I said, because it's my family and stuff like that. But like Snapchat, it's all
it's in the
downhill from there.
It's in the closet.
Just kidding. Huh?
Snapchat's in the closet.
Woo, yeah. You might as well just put it up in that closet because, Lord, child. But
I think it's just your time to just be free.
Yeah.
Especially when you're drinking. You're like, you know what? I wanna be free.
Yeah. Most of the time, I'm just doing this on Snapchat.
And you
just
play
see
with every filter.
Yeah. You see my big old bobblehead? That's like...
You're the best on Snapchat.
I love my Snapchat. But
I love your Snapchat.
But do y'all ever, like, if you get drunk on Snapchat, do you ever wake up and then, like, maybe it's just me.
No.
Wake up and look at your snaps like, what the hell was I fucking posting?
Yeah.
Like, what was I doing last night?
Yeah.
You know what you was doing.
I know what I was doing, but, like, I didn't know I recorded it.
Yeah. Snapchat. Yeah. My nieces actually caught something on Snapchat and was like, Aunt Coco. No, that wasn't Aunt Coco. I don't know who that was. That was not me. Yes, it was. Go back and look right now.
It's gone.
Yeah. So Snap is fun. Do you have a Snapchat?
I do, but
What, Calvin? I'm not on your Snapchat. That's unfair.
I don't really post on it anymore. I don't even get on it anymore.
Why?
I'll tell you off camera, but
Okay.
I'll definitely tell you guys off camera. But I wanted to get into the holidays. Halloween? Yes.
Okay.
We just finished Halloween. Did you guys do anything? And
Raven,
I know you did something, but just cut it to like 5 minutes. We don't need 7 hours of Raven's holiday. But no, Courtney, you go ahead.
Like she had a great time. No, I didn't. I don't. My Halloween is the day before my mom passed away. So it's a holiday that I really don't celebrate until when I was working, I did because I was kind of forced to. The first time I ever celebrated Halloween was that time I was in that cat suit in that Batmobile thingy. And I was riding through the retention department, whipping everybody in the Batmobile and the little kid car. That was, and then, if I did it, it was only for the job. So no, we didn't celebrate. We actually got home from the domain and all the kids were outside and we like, Harry, get in the house, run, come on, don't let them see you, cut off the light. So we didn't celebrate Halloween, but looked like you had a great time.
I did. So my original plan for Halloween was to, like, my friend was throwing a big mansion party, but it actually got canceled.
I don't know how. I need details about that too.
I don't know either, but I'm gonna find out. Y'all
Me
know
too.
Y'all know I'm nosy.
I'm nosy as fuck. I need to figure out what happened with that party.
Yeah, I'll just ask them and then I'll let you know. But so we ended up going to another mansion party in Round Rock, and when you got in there, like, you don't even hear the music. It didn't get shut down, so which is crazy for me because it's right in a neighborhood. So we went in. There was a DJ in there. It was 3 stories, pool in the backyard, and y'all know I come from the country, so I was just like just looking around and stuff like that. I actually went as Eve, and then my friend went as Adam. My friend went as Adam.
You better chill. You gotta chill.
It's my friend.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
say it into the mic.
It's my friend Adam. We went as Adam and Eve, and I actually made the costumes. I'll post. I think I've already posted it on social media. So if y'all guys are following,
you look really
me,
cute.
Thank you. But the day before Halloween, I went as a mermaid. I was Aerolicia. Yes, she was under the sea in the hood, but. I really enjoyed that costume because that was at last minute. I didn't think I was going to do it. I found some seashells at Walmart, and I just went to town on that. And then I had a red wig, and I dyed the red wig red. But it was really great because I actually found Aquaman. We took a picture together. Aquaman, if you're watching, you're really cute. Just kidding. Anyways, but and then we went to the next day we went to the mansion party, and then we ended up on a high-rise building in downtown Austin, and it was an amazing view of the city, and we were probably out till 6 a.m. I slept till 4 the next day. But it was really fun. It was one of the best Halloweens that I've ever had, just because I was with my good friends, and we always take care of each other when we go out. If one of us is not feeling well, or if one of us is way too drunk, we always take care of each other. So it was a really good experience, and we always watch each other's back. So I had fun.
Yeah. Dope. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
That's not candy, nothing.
Nothing. I did not. I don't even do Halloween ever.
Yeah.
I was going to go to our mutual friend's party, but
the same party you went to?
No, they canceled the original one, so
okay.
we went to a different one. It was a private event. It's fun though.
So we're done with Halloween. We've done our 6 months post PA. There was something else. I said something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Let me read your mind, Calvin.
There was something else. That's why I was looking at my phone. There was something else we were going to bring up, or I was going to bring up, but I completely forgot it. So we'll definitely just kind of wing it like we always do. Crystal normally says hello at some point to kind of help the tension, but she's on her phone. So
okay, Crystal. We love you, Crystal. Matter of fact, Crystal's behind the scenes actually doing all this, so we appreciate Crystal. My name is Courtney Jones. You can follow me at Courtney Jones Sings. Just so that you guys know, once again, I do sing every second Saturday in Georgetown.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So I don't know if this is the time to do stuff like this, but I wanted to be able to kind of.
It wasn't, but it's okay. No, I'm just.
Oops. Use your platform to kind of let you know that I have you can follow me too.
That's actually, I'm glad you said something about singing, because you did that thing in Houston, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Take me through that, because that was a big crowd.
Actually, it wasn't a crowd that I generated. It was a crowd that my cousin did. He is an artist out of Houston, Texas. His name is Los from the Screwed Up Click. and he's like really doing an amazing job. He's growing as an artist, and he had opened for Ice Cube 2 months prior to the Nutty Brown concert for Slim Thug, Lil Flip, and Bun B. So we have a tribute to his brother, who was a SUC member that passed away 3 years ago, and the tribute it's a really hit song. So he wanted to do that that song as an intro for the opening of the show. So that's how I was able to perform there. I also did an act for SPM because he had a virtual concert as well. So it was like 3 days before that, I did a virtual concert for SPM with him, with my cousin Los, and then I did the show here in Austin, Texas at the Nutty Brown Theater. It was amazing. It was a huge crowd. I was super nervous. I messed up, but only I know that I messed up.
That's the most important part. Only you should know that.
So, like the crowd was just so big, and it was almost like that's where I was supposed to be. It felt natural. It felt like that's where I belong, because I'm not trying to brag anything, but I just feel like I know how to entertain. You know what I mean? It's like like Sasha Fierce, like a switch snaps on when the lights hit, and it's like a totally different person when I'm out there. You know what I mean? And it's just an exhilarating feeling. It's just a great feeling, and you guys, like, you should feel the same way. You may not see it as but people are watching, and it's just a great feeling just to have that support of people, and just to be like, oh my God, that was a really good topic that you guys talking about. I learned something from that, or that song that you sang really touched my soul. That was amazing, so it just feels good for me to kind of give back and help have people feel a certain way whenever you do certain things.
And I'll tell you, it doesn't matter who brought the crowd. Like, the crowd was still there.
Right. Yeah,
so
no,
I thought that was really dope. And
Thank you.
I actually just like to be in front of people. I don't care.
Yeah.
I love being in front of people. And to see that's inspiring.
Yeah,
inspiring.
thank you.
Because that's really dope. We are going to transition because we do know what tomorrow is. That's our last day to vote, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
I just saw a post not too long ago. There's a Ross in Capitol Plaza, right? And they have boarded up their doors because they do expect, if Mr. Orange does become our president for another 4 years, we will riot.
Oh, I don't mean to cut you off. So actually, I was at Capitol Plaza. When the riots were going on, I was there when they were breaking into Foot Locker. I think Foot Locker. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. But yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
They're preparing. They're preparing. So if it doesn't, and I'll ask each of you this question. So if it doesn't go whichever way you voted, don't need to know who you voted for. Don't really care. But if it doesn't go your way, what's your next steps?
Moving to Canada.
I mean, for me, there's no steps. I mean, I mean, like, Jesus 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, honestly, it's not gonna, at my mindset, I'm still gonna be a millionaire. Whether it's Trump in office or if it's gonna be Biden in office, I still will become a millionaire, billionaire one day. Either way it goes. So, may the best person wins, and it's all in God's hands. Like, whoever's fit for the job is gonna get the job, right? And it's really, because for me, God is the president of our country. That's who's the president of our country. So it's going to go the way it's supposed to go. I mean, we have no control over it. So that's just who I am.
Yeah.
Damn we do, damn we don't. It is what it is. I'm still going to be a billionaire one day. Okay.
Did y'all hear? So how Texas has always been a conservative state, a Republican state, I guess you can say. So this year, I guess after the votes and stuff have been counted, they said that Texas might do a switch where it's Democrat.
Nah.
Which I don't believe either. I don't believe it either. But it'll be interesting if it does, because that just really tells you about, Trump in itself in his presidency. But that'll be interesting. I mean, I hope it becomes a Democrat state, which you'll never will. But I don't know. Texas is their own country, so we're in our own world.
Yeah. I mean, I pray for both of them, honestly, because it's a hard job. It's just such a hard job running our country. They know things that we don't know, we wouldn't even begin to know.
Like aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Aliens exist.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
They do.
And mermaids.
But I do also feel like if
mermaids.
Trump doesn't win, he going to tell us everything.
Oh, for sure.
We're going to know it all. Okay?
The Trump podcast is coming after. If he doesn't win, the Trump podcast is on its way, and I'm tuning in.
He's.
The trumpets. Yeah.
What do y'all think? Y'all think he's going to win?
I mean,
I think it's
I
kind
didn't
of
think
like
he was going to win the first time. I didn't think it, but he did.
Yeah. I think he's going to win.
I just want a woman president, honestly.
Oh, Michelle Obama, can you just run?
Right.
Thank you.
I think she's already done like what just the whole thing. She's living her best life. Look, she just went natural. Look, she out of the presidency.
She went natural.
She sure did. Shout out to Michelle Obama. Whoop,
Shout
whoop.
out to Michelle Obama.
Shout out to Michelle
I
Obama.
really do love her. Like
I do too.
Like I just feel like she's just so motherly and nurturing. Like whenever she like, just speaks, and she's just so passionate about it and stuff like that.
I feel that without her, Obama would not have been able to run the country the way he did. He had a really strong woman behind him. I think she was probably just as smart as he was.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So, behind every king, there's this queen standing up and being strong and supporting her man. And she's like,
Facts.
baby, the Bombay, okay? I'd holler.
Okay.
Cut that.
Okay, one year when I voted, I actually wrote my mom in.
Oh my
I was like, you know what? If anyone could do it, she could do it. That was my whole intention. And she said, "You did what?" But I did, because you know how you can write her in. I wrote her in. I thought I was going to see Kanye on the ballots because that would have been mad crazy.
There was a state. There was some state that actually had him on
Tennessee?
the ballot.
Was it Tennessee?
I don't know. It sounds like something Tennessee would do. I don't know.
Kanye
Maybe
West is trying to
Kentucky,
take Jay-Z's
probably
idea.
it was probably Kansas. Wait, that's not a state.
Can y'all imagine that Kanye West and Kim Kardashian like in the White House?
Hey.
Oh yeah, you know what? She'll be fashionable.
They're trying to get us prepared now.
The whole they would come up with the keep up with the Kardashians in the White House or something like that.
Facts. Super
They
facts.
would. They would.
Mr. President,
Mad secret stuff on that.
he would be singing out his speeches and stuff, like rapping out his speeches. The whole like he would not wear suits. He would wear his like homeless trend.
The Yeezy brand.
Yeezy wear, Yeezy everything, Heck, he might paint the White House black. I don't know.
He might do that. He might do that.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I mean, I honestly, the end result of who is the president is not going to affect me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is important to say because we need to focus on the local stuff,
Right.
which is something I tried to do and I try to stay up on, but I don't care who wins.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't care.
Me either.
I honestly don't
really
care.
do. But I did do my diligence and I did vote.
Diligence?
Yeah. It was actually simple. So if you wait, when's the last day to vote? Tomorrow. Yeah. So the lines were not long at all. There's some
That's concerning.
no, they weren't long at all.
That's
like I
concerning.
think because everybody early voted.
Yeah.
And I just voted
I
this
did.
past week. But there's so many locations, and they also I don't know when they changed it where you don't have to vote in your district. I think it was like a few years ago, so you can go to any of those locations. Like there's one on Breaker Lane. There's the Virginia L. Brown Center, which shout out to my grandma. That's actually my grandma. It's in St. John. There's another place I think in South Austin if you live south. I think they have a whole list on like Austin's website where you can actually find out where to vote in your community.
The districts thing is still a thing. It's just now that voter suppression has become a really, really big thing. They're opening it up more to people. So you can vote in an area outside your district, but there's only specific places you can do that at. But the district thing is still law. You should still be doing that in your district. Not only does it ensure your vote's going to get taken care of the right way.
I should have voted in my district. I'm scared.
But it guarantees you that your vote's going to be taken correctly at that point.
And the process was easy too. You just go in there, get in line, make sure you have your mask, guys.
Yeah,
But yeah, they give you a little. I thought the same thing, and I was just like, okay, if you wanna get like this, ma'am, okay. And then you just go, you put in your little paper. If you're registered to vote, I think you say registered to vote for a couple of years, right? Like 2 or 3 years. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And then you just press who you want. You can you can pretty much do all Democrat or all Republican, or you can go through the thing. I voted against raising our taxes because look, these roads, IH-35 is not going to be built. So I was like, we ain't building that. And I was like, I have a car. I'm about to take the train. So I voted against that as well, which you should too. Don't raise your taxes.
They're doing the freakiest thing with Palmer Lane right now. It's actually very annoying because people don't follow signs. They don't understand the read.
Like 30.
No, just Palmer itself is going through a transition that was not necessary. Like
see, see, that's my tax money. No.
Palmer was working perfectly fine. We had a brief intermission, which is going to be really cool because once again, there is something we are going to talk about that is a really, really great accomplishment.
Whoop, whoop.
And then with that intermission, we're going to have some things we can put there eventually. So we're back. This is the Can We Talk podcast. Once again, we have Courtney in the house. We have Raven in the house. Crystal's always in the back.
I do that.
Because she never wants a mic. Crystal refuses to have a mic, but it's okay.
Say something, Crystal.
We try to get her to say anything. She don't want to say nothing. But it's okay. It's okay. So we're living in a time of COVID, right? I do want to dive into that. I've been noticing a lot of stores and a lot of different measures that were taken early with COVID aren't necessarily being taken now. And I want to get y'all's thoughts on that. And we know what Raven's thoughts on. She's like, fuck it, like fuck COVID, it's okay. But things are changing and people are trying to make it look like we're getting back in order and back to normal. But I don't see it. I don't feel it. What do you guys think about it?
I think COVID is how you say it?
Inevitable.
Eligible. Remember that commercial? But I think it's kind of like the flu. Like you're gonna get it, but like you're gonna get it regardless.
Damn.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get it. But I feel like I said before, I feel like people who were already healthy should have been just continuing to do what they were doing, unless they were around elderly people.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, because I feel like you have to build up your immune system. We can't just like. We have to build up our immune system. Yeah, we should have been cautious in wearing masks and stuff like that. And I think the government, like our government and our governor should have done a better job with like social distancing and giving out those rules and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, it's like I think people are just going to get it regardless. You know what I mean? Or they probably already had it because COVID's been around for a while. We just now heard about it back in January that it, reached the United States when people were already feeling like they had the flu, but it was much worse. But I still think, I still do wear my mask, even if I'm at a party or something like that. I still wear. I'm not lying, Calvin. I do wear my mask. Okay, I do wear my mask. I am not a trumpet. I'm not out and about. I'm wearing a mask. But like, I just don't get, like, if we go, I think I was talking about this earlier. If you go into a restaurant, like at the door, you have to wear your mask. And then once you get to the table, you can take it off, but there's still people next to you. So that's not 6 feet apart. So I just don't get how COVID's so particular. I don't know.
I think that like people don't take it serious anymore until like it hits home for them, like when it hits home, like, when it hits somebody in your family and then they start to like realize how, detrimental it is, because even myself, I have my moments too where I'm kind of like, oh, I don't believe this shit. The next thing I'm like, oh my God, I got to wear my mask. And then the next moment, but then I see somebody like on a breathing machine. I'm like, is it really real though? Yeah. Like, is it really real? Because for me, it's like, it's not real, but then sometimes I feel like it is. I'm just confused. I think that they just got us all confused about this COVID shit. I don't think it's even COVID-19. It should be COVID-21 now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very real thing. I've talked about this before on the podcast, but I have a friend who's a traveling nurse. So she does like 6-month stints, depending on where she's needed the most. And she was sent to New York for the first time. Unfortunately, tons of people are dying. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's a really tough circle. She's actually trying to get out of nursing at this point now. Like, she never saw that much death in one day.
Yeah.
And there is nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a very serious topic and it should be scary, but I don't think we've been given the proper information.
Right.
Really truly what to do. Cause I know
we're just going out on a whim right at this point right now.
For sure. For sure, because I know originally it was like your mask has to be this certain style mask for you to be safe, and then they were like you can use a napkin, and now you can use a T-shirt, and I've said that before, but like that's confusing to people, and you can't the government can't tell you to stop doing things and not help you continuously. And cut off certain dates and not help you. Yeah. And that's what we're finding out. Like, how much do we really matter?
And what I'm afraid of is losing our nurses, and our healthcare officials who are tired. I mean, they're on the front line every single day, and they're putting their lives at risk. So I think my biggest fear is them saying, you know what? Fuck this, I'm done, I'm walking out, because if we lose them, then what do we have? Who's going to be there to take care of all these people, right? So I'm more concerned about more of the nurses, like you mentioned before, than anyone, because like they're actually like
there
in the trenches with these people every single day, so that's what I'm afraid of, is that we're going to end up losing a lot of medical professionals behind this whole COVID-19 thing.
And I mean, like, it is real. Like, the disease for sure is real. So if people have any doubt, it is real. Like, my stepdad's dad actually passed away from it. So it is real. And I mean, I do think we should always take it seriously, of course. But it is a scary thing to know, like, the unknown.
Yeah.
And I don't think, even though our president or your president, whatever you want to call him, I don't think that he's representing, what us as citizens should do to protect ourselves or protect our family members. And he's really just joking about it and laughing about it when there are people dying from it, and people are still dying from it. So I think in order for everybody to take it serious, it needs to start with our leaders. And that's with anything you do. It needs to start with our leaders so that they can set an example, on COVID or anything that we do.
And I know, Krista, you were saying that the ban still exists. It still exists, but nobody was like paying attention to it, I guess, or weren't really actually following the rules, which is still crazy to me. Raven.
No.
Don't put me in this.
I mean, there's other countries that are like shutting down completely. I just feel that if we would have done our part, by shutting down, for a little bit, just to kind of give us that time, we probably would be in a better state, than we are right now. Once again, I get it. The president failed us or whatever the case may be. But we don't really know what lies behind that too. Like we can blame. I mean, that's what we're quick to do. We're quick to put the blame on someone, right? We got to blame somebody. But at the end of the day, like if it was another president, would they have done the same thing? We really don't know that. So we can't just be quick to say it's Trump's fault. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, you got to realize also, too, you're dealing with somebody that's a business mindset. He's running the country like a business, not like a country. That's all he's accustomed to. He doesn't have the credentials that Obama, Clinton, and all these other presidencies had whenever they were in office, So, I'll be honest with you. I like him and I don't. There's sometimes I think he's freaking hilarious and he's not politically correct. And I think that, that's something I struggle with in leadership. I didn't speak the way people wanted me to speak. He's the same way. He's not a person that speaks the way that people want him to speak, and what can you do but respect him for that? Because he's pretty much telling us the truth. It may be the raw truth and we may not like it, but he's telling us the truth. When other presidencies, I can say they probably covered up a lot that we didn't even really know about, so I have to give the man credit. His job is hard, but in terms of the racist stuff, that's a different topic, but we're talking about Corona, and I think that if anybody would have been in presidency, they probably would have done the same thing, but we have to blame somebody. So let's blame Donald Trump for not telling us that Corona was coming and all this good stuff. I mean, if other people knew that Corona was coming, then why Trump had to be the one to tell us?
Yeah,
that's all. That's my question. Like they tell him what to say, right? So then why couldn't it have come out another way from someone else to protect us or whatever the case may be? My point is just like we're so quick to blame somebody for everything that happens in life, and we got to kind of take a step back and just reflect a little bit and be like, okay, like if it was this president, Obama probably would have done the same thing. I just feel like if we would have followed China's what they were doing, we probably would be in a better position. I mean, they shut down. I mean, just pay attention to what they were doing. We lost that connection or whatever the case may be. But if we would have paid attention to how they moved in their country, if we would have done the same thing, we may not we wouldn't probably be as bad off as we are. Because the cases are going up, guys. Wintertime is here, and it's going to get worse. And like you said, at some point, we're all going to have corona if we haven't had it already. It's just a part of us now. I think for me, it's like, if you had corona, like, then what happens? Does it stay in your body? Do you catch it again? Can you pass it? Do you... something happen 20 years from now, and you're like, it's the fear of not knowing,
the unknown,
fear of not knowing,
now we're discovering there's more strands.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. Like, science is so crazy. Like, learning about it and like looking into it, it's kind of a scary thing. And I mean, like, I give props to the doctors and the nurses and the healthcare professionals and the people who are actually trying to find like a vaccine and stuff like that for us, but it is a scary thing because, like I said before, like, people's lives are getting lost because of it. Yeah. My friend who actually lives in Beijing, she said that every time she goes out of her building, they do a test, like a temperature test. If she if she leaves to go to like a different city, she has to quarantine for 14 days. Like, if her roommate...
That's an Asian thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's all Asia. Like, so if you're if you're going to any city in Asia or any airport, you mandatory have to stay in a hotel that they provide to you, and you have to pay up front, which is like anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 up front for you to stay in that hotel. They provide you 3 meals a day. You cannot leave. The only time you can open the door is when they deliver your food.
So do you think that if the United States did that, do you think that we would probably be in a better state like China? Or
yes, 1,000%. It's just the fact of the matter is we that would never happen because there's people. What Malachi say? Bar lives matter. Like, the bar, not being able to go to the bar is against our right. like, come on now. And then you have people protesting against mask. Like,
it's crazy.
It's fundamentally fucked up in the U.S. because, like, you can even look at a simple situation with Williamson County and Travis County. They have 2 different rules,
right?
And I can drive to both of them within 5 minutes.
Williamson County just doesn't care. Like, they don't care. Like, they don't care to shut anything down.
It is that simple. If you really want to think about it, there is 2 counties that are within walking distance. If you really want to talk about it, and have 2 different takes on how to do this,
right?
That's fucked up.
It is. No, I agree with you.
Asia is a continent, and they're all on the same page.
And honestly, like I said before, like on the last episode with, like, when I was traveling, like, I don't know if it was just because it was it wasn't Southwest. It was American Airlines. Like, even though we had masks on the plane, like, we're sitting like this together. Like, I was like, but like, the airport, people are still sitting next to each other. They're not social distancing at all. And when you get to New York is kind of like, it's so different from Texas. Not just like the city or anything, but when I went up there, like, everything was shut down, except for outdoors eating. So they had to create like spaces if they didn't have already like outdoors eating. You know how you see like the little bistros in Paris and stuff like on TV and stuff like that? That's how it was on the street. Like, they had makeshift stuff like that. And it's just because New York is all the people are so close in proximity, not like Texas where it's spread out, but like our cases are still rising in Texas, because
at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You can do. Everyone has their own personal choice until the government says something.
That's right.
They've said something. We're not listening. It is what it is at this point. You gotta just. It's not okay, but like you gotta just keep moving. Like,
right.
You just
I got a question. Will y'all take the vaccination when it comes out?
No.
But what if you're forced? So what if it's mandate and you have to take it?
Well, I don't even think that's possible.
Yeah.
Like, no, because like I don't think the government could do that. Because how are you going to say someone didn't get it? Like, how are you going to enforce that?
But I've never, even though I said everybody gets the flu, I've never had the flu, and I've never taken a flu vaccine. But I know that everybody who takes the flu shot gets it.
Hey, I was taking an H1N1 for many years, and it seemed like every time I take the H1N1 shot, my aunt's a head nurse, so every Thanksgiving we get a shot, right? And I would get sick. Soon I started having taken a flu shot in 4 years, and I have not gotten sick since. So, because they inject you with all that stuff.
Do you know what's crazy? So, I did grow up on a farm. And my grandma. Okay, I know,
She
right?
loves telling us this.
Yeehaw. So whenever I was growing up, we used to eat nothing but organic. Like we grew and we raised everything that we ate. And I can say that I was like healthy. You know, I hardly ever got sick. I didn't even take vaccines and stuff like that unless, you know, we even got for the first few months, like not for the first few months, first few years of me going to school, my mom would always sign an affidavit so that I wouldn't have to take, you know, medicines and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Because if you think about it, like going back to like, you know, living on a farm, whatever, some of the meat is processed and it doesn't affect like your antibodies. So, you know, when you take certain like medicines and like certain antibiotics, like some medicines you don't react well to them. And you have to switch over to that antibiotic. It should be probably because the processed meat and stuff like that, the things that preservatives that they add into the meat. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all.
I'm a little drunk.
I'm feeling good too. Can't lie.
Best way to drink and stay away from COVID is do it at home.
They just said gargle with Listerine and that helps with COVID.
Oh, they said do a dance and it helps with COVID. So I'm convinced.
They also said smoke weed too and it helps with COVID.
Okay. You know, I might not bash that statement, even though it's medicinal.
What are we at, Crystal? Time-wise, the second time around? We're at an hour? Is that with the stuff that we were recording?
Are y'all planning to make any trips on the plane anytime soon?
I was supposed to be in Seattle for quite some time.
Am I coming with you?
No.
Seattle? Anyways. What are you doing in Seattle?
I've always wanted to visit Seattle.
Just to visit.
Yeah, I actually would love to live there. The plan prior to all this stuff was
it rains a lot out there.
Are you gonna go to the
That's
first
a misconception.
Starbucks?
That's a misconception. It does not rain. It doesn't rain that often.
I just said that. I'd heard that.
It's cloudy. It's always cloudy, but it never rains.
First Starbucks ever created?
No, I'm not. I actually want to be an apprentice to somebody out there. Like I really.
Let's reach out to Donald Trump.
What?
I was just playing.
Someone I was watching this show on YouTube. Not YouTube. What is it called? Netflix?
Oh, the red thing. The thing that's red.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, he came into the whole show. What you said, sir?
Wait. Say that again.
Yeah, we filming, but look. Oh, damn.
Wait, say that again.
No. Wait. Does it rain a lot in Seattle? You live there. You know what? He don't know. He don't even remember. You know what?
So there's an announcement, and we're gonna make the announcement.
Oh, we get to make an announcement! I'm excited. I'm excited about the announcement. So what's happening is I don't know.
So we
I'm gonna do a drum roll.
Yeah, do the drum roll.
Your neighbors hate us.
The Can We Talk podcast is now available on Spotify.
Woo!
We are now available on Spotify. We are now working to be on other DSPs. DSPs are other streaming sites like Apple Music. We are currently on SoundCloud as well. There is one current episode. This episode will also be on different streaming sites as well. Ooh. Very excited to do that. Really excited. The announcement is going to be made tonight. So if I tag you in something, just be ready for it.
And don't get shady on what he posts. You know who I'm talking about.
We'll come find you, okay? Look,
Gretchen. I'm gonna just call her Gretchen.
Gretchen? That's not a name, huh? Don't make us come for you, Gretchen. You got that old name too.
She's like, oh my god,
it's like Esther.
They're coming for me, Calvin. I don't think this is gonna work anymore.
So once again, they're on Spotify.
We're on Spotify right now. Right. All you have to do right now, if you have Spotify, is type in your word search, the Can We Talk podcast, followed by my first name, which is Calvin, Calvin. We are closing it out now, guys. I've had a fun time.
I did.
I'm excited that you guys came out, and I appreciate your time and your patience. And it is a process, even off camera, on camera. Mm-hmm. It's a process, and we're going to continue to try to perfect that, of course, with the help of Crystal, the help of Raven. we're going to continue to work because we're not even where we want to be. I'll keep saying that until we're there.
Right.
We're not
Yeah.
close. But once again, we're on Spotify, guys. Courtney, did you have? This is actually the time that you should be saying your handles and things.
Oh,
that
this is the time. My bad. I just want to thank you guys so much for inviting me and allowing me to be a part of this amazing journey of you guys' podcast. Like I said, I see something way bigger than what you guys see, or maybe what you see, whatever, maybe seeing the same vision here. But I'm super, super proud of you guys. Continue to stay consistent, remain humble. I think that's the key to it all, is humility. And, watching you guys be humble about this, because sometimes you're bigger than what you think, right? And to see you guys be so humble about it and, shooting for your dreams and being consistent every single day. I'm just super proud and I'm happy to be a part of it. So I'm hoping you guys invite me again.
Yeah,
Yes, for sure.
100%.
And now that I've broke my nerves, I think I'll be better next time. But I just really appreciate you guys for having me today. So thank you.
Thank you, Miss Courtney. So we're closing it out, guys. This is the Can We Talk podcast, based out of Austin, Texas. I have, of course, my co-host Raven. She'll say her little bye spill. Crystal won't talk, but it's okay because this is what we do. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I thank you guys for being here. I thank everyone in the room for being here because it's an experience. It's fun. It's exciting. Thank you guys.
Thank you. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.